This time of year, the Bidens are blooming, and as you drive along, you can see patches. It's full of pollinators, sulfur butterflies, and other butterflies that visit it. So we have to ask ourselves, Biden's Alba, friend or foe? Hi, Alice here. I'm making a quick survey of the back of our property. Check out the Biden Alba situation. These are the Spanish needles. From time to time, we've had large patches grow in various parts of our yard. And while they are lovely and great pollinator plants, they can easily take over. Let's see what the situation is at the back. There is a patch growing right in front of the property line. If we pull them out now before they go to seed, then we won't have a huge problem with spreading. As I walk along the property line, here is another patch in full bloom. It's about time to pull them out before they go to seed, and we have a bigger problem on our hands. Just a small amount left here. Last summer, this entire area was knee deep in this plant. We've been systematically removing them so that they don't take over everything and crowd out some of our other plants, especially the native plants. Here are a few young plants over here that are getting started. Those can easily get pulled out. And here's one growing. There's another one that has a bud on it. You can see how they grow and easily spread in your landscaping. Some people will take one or two plants and put them in a pot and have them on their patio, and then make sure that they deadhead them or pull them out before they go to seed. And that is one approach to add them to your pollinator garden, but just in a managed way. Quite a spread of Biden's Alba, also known as Spanish needles, and beggar ticks. And this is the native plant, not to be confused with one that comes from Central America and is a member of the Asteraceae family, also known as sunflower family. It's a great pollinator attractor and ranks as one of the top pollinator plants because it's so rich in nectar. It attracts butterflies, bees, including honeybees. There's a bee right on it. Each plant is capable of producing between 3,000 and 6,000 seeds, mind-boggling number. And these seeds have a germination rate of about 80%. The plant can easily take over a yard. It's easy to contain with mowing. In most places in North America, it's considered an annual. It can bloom year-round, depending on where you live. It does have a significant taproot, but it is easy to pull the plant out and remove it if you're doing cleanup by hand. It's what I do, is I pull them out by hand. I don't spray them. These seeds can easily hook onto animal fur, your clothing, your skin, and hitchhike into another area. That's how they spread. They also spread by wind and by water. They grow in ditches like this down the roadside. In your front yard, there's a huge amount of them growing in a vacant lot. They can grow on the edge of forests. They prefer sun. They bloom and grow best in full sun. As I take a walk right along the fence line, you can see the Biden's Alba, how thick they grow and how big they get. Got a bee, nectaring, gathering pollen, and further down, there are more bees active. You can see where they get their status as one of the top pollinator plants for the state of Florida. And when you get close to a clump of Bidens, there's really a lot of activity going on, including small skippers that are hard to see, but they've alighted on the plants, the nectar, and plenty of bees. There's one. Here's an example of a roadside stand of Biden's Alba. Grass next to the road is mowed, and the Bidens are left to bloom at this time of year. A nice contrast between the manicured lawn and the Bidens. It's a grand sweep of Biden all the way down the road. This will be mowed later in the season. What's really cool about it is that this is the peak bloom times, and it also coincides with the peak activity of pollinators in this area of Northern Hemisphere. This is an example of how pollinators and plants have adapted to each other over centuries, and why it's important to have plants that pollinate prefer, because they recognize them, they come to them, and they're a great source of nectar. This is how we maintain our pollinators, which are so important to the life of plants and to our agriculture. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If so, give it a thumbs up. If you have any experience with these plants, please leave a comment below. There's some more videos that you might enjoy watching next. And subscribe. Garden Yay! See you in the next video.